What's up guys, macadii here, and today guys, a brand new moveset video. What we're going to be doing is having a look at potential movesets for Drampa. So if you guys enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like down below. I would really appreciate it. It sounds really random why we're doing this, but I really love Drampa and just had a bit of fun sort of having a look through, looking at its move pool, potential sets, and for an upcoming team builder. I was like, you know what? You know, I've got a lot of ideas here. Let's throw some of these out, and you know, maybe it will inspire you guys to have a go at giving Drampa a go for yourselves. So we've got a range of different ones. They're mainly very similar EV spreads. Mainly, pretty much all of them are max HP, because as you can see, Drampa is extremely slow. You don't really want to be investing in that speed. Most of the time, you want to be investing in HP, and then potentially either going for like a defensive set or a more specially attacking set. This guy has got absolutely insane move pool, like absolutely insane. He gets like Fire Blast, Ice Beam, Hurricane, Surf, Draco Meteor, what other things? Like tons and tons. I think he even gets like Energy Ball, Earthquake, Extra Sensory. Like honestly, the most incredible moveset I've seen in a very long time. You know, Play Rough, where is that? Rock Slide. Like just so many different moves and so many different options that you can go for, that makes him a very threatening mon to have to try and face. So this is the first set I decided to go to. Now this does not abuse his coverage too much. Basically, it's just a calm mining set. With the amount of bulk that you get, it's sort of fairly reasonable on the physical side. And then once you start getting your calm mines up, you're upping your special attack and your special defense. You start to hit harder, and obviously get a little bit bulkier from there. And basically, Drampa's designed to come in on something that it can take advantage of, start setting up those calm mines. It's got roosts, so it can recover back up. Every time they hit you and send you back down below 50%, you get berserk, so your special attack's raised by 1. So basically, this guy's designed to be bulky. You set up your calm mines, they try and break your, you know, hit you and weaken you, and then you keep getting berserk boost. You can roost up, they hit you, you get berserk boost, like that, and you can just basically boost up as much as possible, and then you start spamming these hyper voices and dragon pulses and start destroying people. So I think it could, you know, have fairly decent potential. It's an okay physical wall. It's more of a sort of setup sweeper, like slow setup sweeper, than a actual physical wall. Like you won't really want to be switching this in a whole load on sort of very powerful hits. So that's kind of the plan with this guy. And to be honest, I'm kind of tempted to give this set a go when I'm doing my team building video. Next, we got the Wall Breaker sets, because we've got really nice coverage, and also the base 135 special attack is absolutely beautiful. A choice spec set could have really great potential. So for example, if you're in against something, they've got to decide whether to get a lot of damage off on you, but you get that berserk boost. And if you can get that berserk boost plus choice specs, you're going to be hitting like an absolute truck, especially if you're going for like a Draco or something like that. Or they can decide to switch out and something takes a huge hit. So basically, it's maneuvering Drampa into a situation where either you take quite a bit of damage, you know, ideally a little bit above 50%, but then you get the kill from there because of the boosted special attack, or they end up switching out and you get a huge hit off from there. So you've got Hyper Voice and Draco Meteor, which is going to be the main ones you want to be clicking. Hyper Voice is going to be the main one. If they've not got a Ghost type and no really bulky Steel type, then that's going to be a good way to go. Thunderbolt is things like Celesteela. It's going to be hitting Toxapex a little bit harder than Hyper Voice and stuff like that, so it might be worth it for predictions, but most of the time you want to be clicking that Hyper Voice. If you want to really wall break and they've not got any fairies, Draco Meteor is a really nice way to go as well. And to round it up, we've got sort of Bolt Beam going on with the Ice Beam and Thunderbolt combination. Now the next one's a little bit interesting. I think it has potential to be on some sort of rain teams, but basically, it should be modest on there. Basically, this set abuses the fact that it will be, you know, it will be in the rain, and you've got things like, why on earth does Drampa get Hurricane? Like no one knows why it gets Hurricane. I have no idea. But we got that, and also we got the Surf. So the Surf will be boosted, which is very nice. The Life Orb basically allows it to be getting an extra bit of power, bringing you close to Berserk. Unfortunately, Berserk does not activate because of if you drop down because of Life Orb, but it brings you close to that range where sort of tiny little bits of chip damage might drop you below that 50% range, and you can start hitting off, you know, doing some huge damage from there. Dragon Pulse as well, but you can also go for Hyper Voice if you're thinking about it. Hyper Voice is probably better in this metagame, but basically, as I said, it's designed to be more of like a bulky offensive Pokemon in rain. Abuse the fact that there's rain around to be able to get boosted Surfs and also boosted Hurricanes. Not many people actually know Drampa gets, you know, those sorts of moves. So, you know, you might catch some people off guard from there. Next up, we've got another one which is similar to the Rain Abuser, but it's in Trick Room Abuser, and it's really good for Trick Room teams. I really want to give my Crab Ruler team a go at some point. I'm probably going to do that at the weekend, I think, in a live stream, because that has got Drampa on, and I'm really excited to give Drampa a go. We've got the Bolt Beam again, with the Hyper Voice. Now, we could go down the Draco Meteor. I think Dragon Pulse at the minute isn't the most spammable move in the world, really, because of all of the fairy types that are going around. So I kind of prefer Fire Blast, because it helps you a lot with things like Ferrothorn and, you know, a lot of the other steel types running around, Scissors and you know, all of that stuff. Hyper Voice for spamming, and then you've got Bolt Beam on the end there, which is always really nice. You want to have 0 IVs there to make sure you're the slowest possible. With 36 speed, it's a really nice speed to be able to be at, and, you know, 405 with a Life Orb is pretty beautiful in terms of damage output from there. So, I would definitely say, you know, Drampa's got really great potential on Trick Room teams, and as I said, I think overall I quite like the bulky Calm Mind and the Trick Room ones the most. And then if you want to go for like a more defensive support set that's designed to be sort of pretty bulky, pass around some powers with glares, and then you've got the Hyper Voice Dragon Pulse sort of moves that you can sort of spam out. You know, 306 special attack is still not that bad, considering this is meant to be a sort of wall of sorts. I don't know, people have suggested this. I don't really think it's the most optimal way to go for Drampa, because Drampa hasn't got the best sort of defensive typing. I think personally, like, the bulky Calm Mind is better, I would say, just because you get those boosts up, and you know, the glare is nice, but I don't think it's really worth it compared to Calm Mind and things like that. So these are the main sets that I would sort of recommend you guys give a go. I'm probably going to be giving either the Calm Mind one a go, and then we're going to be giving the Trick Room one a go when I have a go with my Crab Ruler Trick Room team. But anyway, I hope you guys found this quite useful. Let me know, you know, any sets that you want to, that you think are pretty good with Drampa. I think I've covered pretty much most of them, I would say. And the sort of teams they should sit in. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you guys at the next one. Macadii out.